that sucked, didn't it? Welcome back, guys, to the Lockdown Defense Sports Channel. I'm Robert Garcia here, recapping that tragic end to the Chargers season at the hands of D'Amico Ryans, CJ Stroud, and the Houston Texans. The Chargers fall to the Texans 32-12 in what was Justin Herbert's absolutely worst game of his NFL career and probably his entire life, if we're being honest. I mean, that was just really atrocious to see, and we'll get to that a little bit later. The run game was completely non-existent, so it's not like he really had any help on that front. 18 total carries for 50 total yards, not even 3 yards a carry. So, and it looked so good to start. And the first drive, it really looked good. And to top it all off, scoregami. So figures, right? It was just the perfect way to end that game. Huge thank you to Rex Ryan, by the way. Really appreciate you giving all that ammunition and bulletin board material to the Texans beforehand. And you can't even say that he, they didn't see it or whatever, because D'Amico Ryans mentioned it directly in his post-game victory speech in the locker room. So yeah, great. Loved that. Loved it when he said it. Loved it even more hearing it from D'Amico Ryans afterwards. Thanks a lot, Rex. Really hope you don't get that Jets job just out of spite. But I also do, on the topic of coaches, do want to give huge credit to D'Amico Ryans, to CJ Stroud, to that Texans team and that defense. They showed up. They heard the noise. They clearly heard the noise and heard all the talk and all the pundits, and they came to play. They had the home crowd behind them, and I really didn't even take home crowd that much into consideration when I was making my prediction. Man, did they come alive, especially after the insane play that really swung the momentum in this game entirely, I feel like. And it was when it was, I believe, third and long, third and 16, or it might have been third and 20 plus, honestly. CJ Stroud takes the snap and it's fumbled, and it goes kind of wonky wide to his right, picks it up off the ground, looks up, and at that point, the defense just completely collapsed. Chargers just absolutely, they see the ball on the ground and everybody just broke their assignment. So Stroud able to find enough time. This game really showed the age of our D-line and the lack of chase ability in trying to tackle CJ Stroud. I understand we had 3 sacks, but there was a lot of times CJ Stroud was able to just maneuver himself out of the pocket, and the guys broke contain, not able to get to him quick enough. And in this instance, that's exactly what happened. He ropes like 30-yard just piss missile to the middle of the field, wide open in the middle of the field, and that eventually sets up the touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown, I believe, that puts them up 10-6. And that was really the end of it. The Chargers never got the lead back after that. It eventually became 20-6 before the Chargers were able to get their next touchdown or something like that. But yeah, there was really just not much to be had on offense. It was completely dead. The Chargers couldn't get anything going. No protection for Herbert for basically the entire night, besides Slater. No receiving help from anybody besides Ladd McConkey. And let's get into this really quick. Justin Herbert finished the game 14 of 32 for 242, his 1 touchdown, and 4 picks. 242, that's the number I want to focus on. 242 yards passing. Ladd McConkey led the team with 9 catches for 197 yards. The rest of the team had 45. Will Dissly was the next leading receiver and leading catcher. Ladd had 9 for $197. Will had 2 for 16. Will Dissly also had two ridiculous drops. One at the beginning of the game that really just hurt the team entirely and shifted all the momentum early. Could have been 10 could have been 10-0 easily. Chargers get a penalty. It's 2nd and 19. Herbert unleashes a rope to Dissly, and he just straight drops it. Easy first down. I assume they probably punched that ball in. It would have been 1st and goal at the 5, I think. And instead we have to settle for a field goal, 6-0. And I knew right then and there when we didn't get that field goal and when he dropped it, I had that pit feeling in my stomach where I'm like, this is not good. Something's going to go wrong. And man, did everything go wrong. And to bring up just one more receiver who he's got to go, guys. Quentin Johnston, 5 targets, 0 catches. This is the second, might even be the third time this season he's had at least 4 or 5 targets with 0 catches. So, I mean, it's been fun. The QJ experiment has been fun. It was awesome seeing him have that career day against the Raiders, but should have known it was the Raiders because he goes up against some elite talent. And I mean, he just can't do anything, man. You see him run a not even a yard out route on 4th and 2. Like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? Whatever. Don't want to get into it too much, but yeah, Quentin Johnston's got to go, guys. It is what it is. To get to Herbert, listen, he played bad. Point blank. There's really not much else you can say. It was a rough game, to say the least. This was by far Herbert's worst game of his pro career. And you saw it with that first interception. I mean, horrible decision. Crossbody, he's outright, and he just throws across his body to QJ, shocker. And he tries to lead him with it. That ball falls insanely short. Stingley's right there to pick that one, or that one might have been Lassiter, actually. Couldn't really tell out of the 4. So, but it was just, yeah, it was just rough decision making, and you saw the nerves. You know, you saw the anxiety on another interception, and overthrow to McConkey. And you know, it did go through McConkey's hands, but still, why are you overthrowing a 5-yard? You know, he's 5 yards out from you. You can't be overthrowing that. And that was the pick 6. That was the backbreaker, really. Once that pick 6 happened, it was pretty much game over. His last pick, it's just him, you know, trying to go deep, trying to make something happen. I don't really put that on him. And then the other interception was just not his fault at all. Will Dissly, I mean, going back to Will Dissly and his big drops, just absolutely went right through his hands. And that basically should have been another pick 6, but I can't remember who it was. Herbert did try to go and make the tackle. He didn't make it. Somebody came and eventually tackled him. But yeah, it was rough all around. The defense did its job, balled out. I really feel for them. They did everything they could, man. They played well enough for us to win this game, but you're not going to overcome 4 interceptions, guys, especially when one of those is a pick 6. It's just not going to happen. You know, it is what it is. But on the bright side, we were never supposed to be here. This team, this offense, we knew it all year, did not have the firepower to compete with other teams. And we saw that. We saw the O-line, the interior O-line, did not have the capability to compete with these pass rushers, with these elite guys. We saw them against terrible competition, Patriots, Raiders, and they performed great. So we thought, oh, yeah, surely they're going to. No, guys. When playoffs are a different animal. And just truth be told, honestly, none of the wildcard teams this year were ready. The Broncos, the Steelers, definitely, although they're a different story. But the Broncos, the Chargers, in the AFC, I should say. Jaden looks amazing in the NFC, but you'll hear from Coach on that. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. It was a good season. We're very much looking forward to this offseason, have a lot to address, a lot to fix. And yeah, I definitely think this team is trending up. I think Harbaugh has his team in the right place, and we will be back next year. So chin up, Chargers fans. Gonna have to take this one in the mouth, pause, on the chin for the rest of the season. The offseason, I should say. It is what it is, guys. But with that in mind, Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this Chargers loss in the comments below. And we will see you in the next one.